The Maggie Flanigan Studio in New York City provides a professional 2-year acting program that provides actors with the foundation that they need to have long-established acting careers. In this video, Julia talks about how the 2-year acting program prepared her to work professionally.
Well, I've been really fortunate. I've done mostly theater and a few, student films and web series, but I've really been blessed in doing a lot of theater. I did an adaptation of Romeo and Juliet, and then a production of Tartuffe, and right now I'm working on a production of Hamlet. And then I created a work that had both dance and acting in it for Lincoln Center Education. So it's weird to talk about yourself, but I felt very fortunate. I've not been not doing something, which is really cool. In every way, shape, and form. I know that without the training that I received at the Maggie Flanigan Studio, I wouldn't have done any of the things that I've done professionally. From the fact that the studio trains you for auditions and how to prepare for auditions and then how to rehearse well. And then it gives you the endurance to be able to do, 14 runs of a show. And I think the clarity that both Maggie and Charlie provide at the Maggie Flanigan Studio just really have aided me in getting ready for everything that I've needed to get ready for. And if I haven't done the work, then that's on me. And I think that's the biggest part of the training, is to have a really strong foundation in the Meisner technique. You know the work that you need to do in order to be at your best as consistently as you can be. It is a gift to work with trained actors. It's a foundation of trust and feeling so free to do whatever you have to do. And it's a gift when you get to meet someone that has the same training as you and knows the Meisner technique and knows how to work really, really well and really specifically. And also has the ability to really self-reflect and be like, I need to tweak that there, I need to do this other thing better. But when you work with untrained actors, the hope is that they see that they need training, because I think it can get, personally, it gets really frustrating when you work with people that do not have training, because you don't speak the same language. The results are nowhere near as consistent or as beautiful or as honest, and it gets to be really, really irritating when you're consistently working with people that don't have solid training under their feet. They're phenomenal teachers, and I don't care if I ever train with anyone else. I mean, Charlie turned me into a new person. When I moved to New York City, I was aimless. I had graduated with a BFA in dance that I did not want, and I didn't know what I wanted at all. I just knew that I was scared, and I didn't have a voice, and I didn't know what I wanted at all. And so I was like, I know I want art. What do I want with art? And I realized that the thing that I loved the most about art was honesty. And so I was thinking about the plays or the films that I'd seen that really moved me, or the dances that I'd seen that moved me. And all of the actors that I loved the most, I realized had trained with Meisner himself or some version of the Meisner training. And so I was researching New York City Meisner technique programs, and the Maggie Flanigan Studio popped up. And my first day, I moved to New York on a Sunday, and on Monday I had an interview with Maggie. And I was so scared, and she just loved me all the way through in her tough love way. And so getting to train, so then I had Charlie the first year, and I cried every day. I was a mess. I sucked. I think if you went and asked Charlie, he'd be like, she sucked. But he kept pushing me, and he didn't give up on me, and it was not always fun. I would not classify my first year as a fun year, nor my second year, because it's hard work, and it's hard work every day and every night. And you don't just have good classes. The moments of breakthrough come at 2 a.m. when you have been crafting for 8 hours and you don't know what the heck you're gonna do in class the next day. And then something really magical happens. And it's not magic because it's hard work, but in that moment it feels so profound and beautiful. And Charlie and Maggie are the people that are able to teach that. And if a student can come in and be open and be available and try to receive that training, it's boundless. I feel like I can learn new things about acting and about the craft and do the craft for the whole rest of my life based upon what Maggie and Charlie have done for me. I think it boils down to the fact that the Maggie Flanigan Studio cares about the whole actor, from movement and voice work, which really liberate your vessel, to teaching you the Meisner technique and how to craft your way through anything. If it's a poor script, if it's a great script, like, you can do the work and do the work really, really well. And they also care about your audition technique, and they care about, I mean, the whole point of the Maggie Flanigan Studio, I just feel like they leave no corner unturned. And if you train here, it's the best choice you can make for yourself, because you get to know yourself better, you get to love I've never loved myself my whole 25 years of life, and then I came to the Maggie Flanigan Studio, and now I'm very okay with Julia boys. And that's almost entirely thanks to Charlie and Maggie. And I know that I can be an artist, and I can do this for as long as I must do this, and I feel like I must do this for the rest of my life.
For more information about the 2-year acting program and how you can apply for admission, visit the studio website or call the studio directly at 917-789-1599.